After recently completing my Mighty Number 9 video, I encountered another project by Kaiji Inafune, and though this wasn't what I intended to cover next, after a glance at the project, I knew I had to look a bit deeper. Kaiji is far from a stranger to the public. However, for the sake of the video, I will keep the history short here. If you would like a more detailed version of Kaiji's story, I recently did a video regarding the Mighty Number 9 project where I delve a bit deeper into his past. So, if you're interested in that, consider watching that video. In short, Kaiji Inafune, early in his career, worked for Capcom as an artist, and continued to rise in the ranks to a producer until he left the company and founded his own, whose most notable work was the Mighty Number 9 project, which on release was a major disappointment. It would now seem that Inafune has gotten involved in the NFT market with the reveal of the NFT collection Beastroid. Something to mention prior to the actual discussion of the project is the skepticism relating to the project's legitimacy and Kaiji's involvement, as many doubted this NFT collection to be real and believed it to be a scam of some variety due to the lack of confirmation and copyright to establish Kaiji's connection. However, that debate was settled when Kaiji himself came on video to announce the NFT project. As for the project being a scam or not, with the NFTs to be released sometime in Q2 of 2022, there isn't any way to confirm that as of now. And with other NFT scams as evidence, attaching a credible name, if you even want to consider Kaiji's as credible at this point, to a project such as this does not ensure its legitimacy. Presented on the Japanese NFT marketplace site Polka Fantasy, NFT project Beastroid is a collection of 2,620 images drawn by Mega Man and Mighty Number 9 artist Kaiji Inafune in a style reminiscent of those games. Instead of me just summarizing this type of project, let's let it speak for itself. Directly from the Beastroid site itself, the story it presents to tie to the NFT project is as follows. In the year 20XX, humans are in danger of extinction. In their hope to survive, paradise is the destination. An organization led by a wealthy man, Ethan, deployed Guardian 5 to protect the grounds and kill any human that tries to breach. To counterstrike, Beastroids are the only hope for the future of mankind. It is a tale that is somewhat different from the standard Mega Man story, though considering this is an NFT collection and not a game in that genre, it does make sense for there to be contrasting elements. That being said, the themes do have their similarities just like the art, appropriate for Kaiji and his creation history. Under the mission section of the site, it details the versions and differences of the various NFTs, with the presence of a standard and premium Beastroid typing. The standard versions take up 80.15% of the NFT supply and are said to fight and protect those in the current world of chaos, while the premium ones, making up 19.85% of the total NFTs in the collection, are stated to bring those to paradise, the safe haven. This section also mentions the bonuses and advantages of having Beastroids of the same color or multiple colors of the same Beastroid, incentivizing the purchase of multiple NFTs from the collection. This detail also reveals that not all of the 2,620 NFTs are unique, and many will be reskins of the same design, though such a thing isn't uncommon for NFT projects. Next on the site is the roadmap, which is broken up into 4 separate phases. The first 3 phases, set to occur during Q2 of 2022, are said to include the whitelisting and minting of the NFTs, making the current NFT collection purchasable while giving special access to a select few for future collections. The release of some kind of airdrops received from the completion of a combo challenge, which would be achieved by holding 4 different Beastroids of the same color, or 1 type of Beastroid in 5 different colors, and the creation of a Robo Arena, which is essentially just a leaderboard for holders to compare their NFTs. The 4th and final portion of the roadmap is set for 2022 and beyond. A bit of a vague time period with a just as vague goal, with it simply making mention of a metaverse and of community interaction with Kaiji, which is considered to be a privilege to do so, it would seem. The site has also revealed 4 of the NFT models, both in their premium and standard varieties, and discusses details about each that are only relevant to the design, as these features cannot be utilized in any sort of game as of now. The 4 Beastroids listed are Hyena Slasher, Tabby the Longtail, Frill Dragon, and Hippo Launcher, each with their own abilities and excelling qualities. I won't be reading off their descriptions as it serves little purpose to the video. However, it will be on screen if you're interested, and it is also on the site, which I will put in the description of the video. The remaining 2 parts of the site I won't go into detail on, for one of them talks about Kaiji and his history, something I mentioned earlier in this video and have discussed extensively in the past, and the other is an FAQ that gives more information about some of the previous sections, information that I already included when talking about them. Unfortunately, that is the extent of the information present on Beastroid, so at this point, I'll give my own thoughts. For a personal opinion, I would like to start off positive by saying that of the little art shown off, each one does look unique and appealing, and if the remaining unrevealed images end up being of the same quality, these are finer works than many other NFT projects. That is assuming that the majority isn't just reskins. That being said, I would get the same value looking at them as I am now as I would purchasing one. They are interesting to look at for sure, but not interesting enough to pay any significant sum of money for. That's my perspective on projects like these anyways. And you are welcome to disagree with me if you so choose to. Also, I think it would be much more interesting if each NFT was unique instead of many of them just being recolors, but I can understand how producing 2,620 distinct pieces of art would be difficult to do. However, for the price NFTs usually go for, I feel that that effort should be put in. Of course, the prices of these NFTs have not been revealed yet, but I'm not expecting anything outside of the standard prices. For someone like Kaiji, who already has a record of failing to deliver on overambitious goals, the idea of that same individual creating a metaverse is completely absurd, and until he shows otherwise, I'm left no choice but to conclude that he is outright lying to his community with that claim. And even if he does make something similar to a metaverse, it, just like another project of his, will not live up to what it was supposed to be. To think that a single man or even a small team could create a metaverse before a massive corporation is beyond reality. This metaverse idea for this project isn't going to happen. I think that might be more fact than opinion. I don't believe this project should be taken seriously, nor do I believe that this project should be supported in any capacity. However, I am more than aware of how the crypto and NFT markets work, and I know that there is a high likelihood that these NFTs will be purchased anyways. But that doesn't change my position. This project benefits no one but the creators and gives little to nothing of value to the consumer. Simple as that. Also, I recently did a video on another one of Kaiji's projects, Mighty Number 9 to be exact, and in that video I expressed my present respect for Kaiji as a creator. I acknowledged his faults and errors in that video, but in the end I did speak relatively highly of the man then, and for his actions up until this point, I don't regret those words. That being said, Kaiji has all but lost the respect I had for him with the Beastroid project. It is one thing to make a game, even if it wasn't great or it failed, but there is still something to compliment with that, but I have nothing positive to say about NFTs or cryptocurrency for that matter. Kaiji isn't benefiting anyone with Beastroid besides himself. He isn't making a game for people to enjoy anymore, he's making online images for people to buy. Some enjoy that, and that is their own choice, but I don't support buying some data that points to a JPEG. Sorry. Though it isn't something I've discussed on the channel frequently, and it isn't something I plan on talking about often, I am very familiar with NFTs and cryptocurrency. I've done extensive research on the subject and have even given presentations about it in the past. So when I talk about these things in the manner that I do, I want to make clear it isn't because I don't understand it, and it is actually quite the opposite. There are a few NFT projects that have offered something and succeeded to some degree, I will admit that, but there are far more that have either failed to deliver or is outright a scam. It isn't a good ratio at all. My biggest concern is the purpose. NFTs offer nothing to the consumer and plenty to the producer. And until an NFT or crypto project shows that it can bring something useful to the consumer to the table that cannot be offered without it, I will stand firmly against it. I don't want this to turn into a cryptocurrency rant, so I'll leave it there. But I did feel that that should be mentioned. In summary, once standing near the top of the stairs of the gaming world, Kaiji Inafune, the co-creator of the beloved Mega Man series, took a bit of a tumble down a few levels after the release of his own project, Mighty Number 9. However, with his recent actions, it seems he has lost most of that respect and has reached the bottom of those stairs he had previously ascended some time ago. Kaiji would hit what some would consider the height of his career during his time with Capcom. However, the events following his departure would see a significant fall. When the Mighty Number 9 project was announced and in the workings, Kaiji saw a glimpse of the glory he once held. However, after the lower than expected success of that product, Kaiji would only fall further with his next major project, Beastroid. Beastroid is just another NFT collection, something that is produced so often by all kinds of people. Yet this one is being made by someone who has accomplished so much greater, someone who isn't just another person. Beastroid is a project below Kaiji's position, but with its creation he has lowered himself to that level.